Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of F1 2017 Career Mode. Today, we're going to be doing round number 11, part 10 of this career mode. First up though, we're having a change of helmet design, typically because we can. And, this is the helmet I've gone for. Unfortunately I'm on Xbox, so I can't actually change and import my helmet, which is unfortunate, because, it really is unfortunate how the fact that you can't have your own customers. So anyway, let's get into round number 11, the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Hi, how are you today? The improved package has arrived. We're having it fitted in time for FP1. Have a look at the factory report.
So the fail component, the powertrain, you haven't seen the previous episode, then I recommend you go and check it out. Part was it? I forget actually what part it was. Yes, as you can see, from the thing, we have now got that thing, the whatever it is, fuel injection something. That means we can start looking at what we want to do with the engine next. I'm actually thinking about doing some sashi upgrades next for Singapore, but we'll have to wait and see. Get enough resource points. It was written in the previous episode where we didn't do too well, but hopefully I've lowered the AI level to 90. Planning to lower it again to 89, simply because this career mode is just going to drag on a lot. But fuel consumption was actually okay. I'm also thinking about doing some of these factory efficiency and the diamond ones, which basically increase the time and also reduces how much resource points. That might help us out in the future, and they're cheaper as well. So we might have to think about whether or not we want to do that or not. Obviously, the sashi isn't the best, but we want to try and catch up with. And the first one is a weight reduction as well, which might help. Then we'll look at doing some downforce, but you can see we're just in between Red Bull and Haas in terms of engine. Sashi, we're just behind McLaren, and that grade would take us ahead of them. So that would be good. And I think Aero, we're down near Renault and Williams. You can see that Renault and Williams are head to head. It's not a lot in between those two cars. Williams just ahead, of course. Then there's sort of this no man's land between Force India, then Red Bull, and Mercedes and Ferrari. There was a bit of gap earlier this season in Monaco, but yeah. Well, that's it. It's time for qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
And as we wait, poised for the start of what will hopefully be a thrilling qualifying, why don't you tell us, Anthony Davidson, about the things you can do to really get the most out of a car in a session like this?
Well, you're largely limited by the Parc Fermé regulations, of course. Back in the old days, pre-2004, you'd work on both a qualifying setup and a race setup over practice, and then swap them over after qualifying. So the race car was quite different at times to the qualifying car. Nowadays, though, you have to find a compromise that works for both. There are a few things that you can still adjust during the session, such as the differential, the brake bias, and the front wing angle, but that's about it. So it's more about optimizing what you do have and adapting your own style to suit the track conditions.
So here we are in Hungary, and we're going to go for a lap. This wasn't the best lap on the session number, because this is the most complete lap. We lose a bit of time. I think after it's important to get that exit point. Don't want too wide out of the curve. Down the good bit. Don't want to poke the curve and run onto it. After this next section, you can cut that bit. Don't go too wide over the gas return, otherwise you can lose a little bit of time. 3 tenths of the car. This section, just again, don't poke the curve to this, coming up to the dip. Chicane. You want to try and cut the curve, but don't go on the sausages, otherwise you will lose time into this section. Take a little bit of curve there. Again, a little bit of curve there, but not too much, otherwise you lose time. No curve on this front one. Then a little bit of curve on that. Don't get too wide, which is where we lost a bit of time. And you don't want to go too wide. That makes it curve on the ones that just slosh to there. So this last one, again, you don't want to touch that inside. You can run a little bit wide there into the pit exit, but not too wide, otherwise you can get too high. Now the final one, not going to improve on the first lap actually. But, that is a complete lap. It's a very quick lap here in Hungary. One that should suit actually up, which should do better after 30 points. Drops from 10. We went for the third lap, through massively. Stopped making mistakes into the final set. The car really struggled in the final sector, and one of the team's expectation was to set a fast sector for him to do that. So it's Sashi development is also something that I'm looking to for the next upgrade. Obviously, Facebook to line in our first one, that is P8, and this is our final one here. Now coming up to the final sector, we're 10th down actually into the chicane, getting right, not too much on the curves. We're actually making up a lot of bit of time with our previous sector. We actually dropped 1.5 times up. We're actually losing time here until we get to this corner, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's like a flick switch. We pull us with 3/10 up on our previous best time. We actually sat down to keep walking the Renaults. Very struggling, which is a surprise to try to get back. That Sashi was one of their things. Obviously, Renault blew up this position. I wouldn't attempt it. At the end of the lap, it is P12, which is actually better than what the teams.
The grid is all set then for the race tomorrow. But before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, who are Bottas, Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow, where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
So the top 12, 2 Mercedes, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 Force Indias, 2 Toro Rossos and 2 Hasses. Then 2 Williams and 2 Renaults. Top 16. And then it's just 2 by 2, so it's frustrating we don't see a mix, but Renault have definitely increased their expectations, but we didn't beat Carlos. But if Renault offered us a position, would we go? I'm not sure. Obviously, we did Renault in the previous year. It's no longer nobody's making jokes about Renault, because they've actually put all the parts on, and it's definitely the car's actually looking like it's actually more like the 2006 car when they're actually winning. And the drag here, you can see we're just behind McLaren. We're ahead of, also behind Renault, which is where we need to make a deficit. Obviously ahead of Force India and Williams. Williams are terrible. Would we go if Williams offered a position? Perhaps. That's what I'm saying, but I don't think we could do much with the constructors, where I think Renault we could do a lot better with the constructors. Hulkenberg is definitely hard. If they put us with Palmer, I would not go. But we're going to definitely focus on the Sashi, and we're going to upgrade the quality already. So that's something we're going to work on, and we're going to work on getting the central underway weight reduction, which may help some straight line speed as well. Getting together. Anyway, enough about that. I'm going to talk a little bit less because the cold is trying to take over. It is time for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
With me to enjoy it all is Anthony Davidson, a man who made his Grand Prix debut here with Minardi back in 2002. So, Ant, this is a bit of a special one for you, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd say so. I also stood in to commentate on Jensen's win in 2006, and as I was a test driver for Honda at the time, you can imagine that was quite an emotional Grand Prix. It's also a tough circuit on the drivers, this one too. Lots of long, slow corners that require a lot of patience from inside the car. Plus, it's a very downforce-heavy circuit. I mean, it's all relative, of course, but if you're lacking a bit in downforce, or if you've got a bit of an imbalance in the setup, this is definitely one of the worst places to have to deal with that.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Ocon, Perez, Sainz and Kevin Magnussen, a Toro Rosso, Massa, Nico Hulkenberg and Palmer, Grosjean, Alonso, Marcus Ericsson and Stoffel van Dorn, Wehrlein and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So SP11, obviously Grosjean had a penalty of some sort. As to Stroll, obviously going to lower the fuel to now. Got 18 laps. We are going to have 50% races in the next race just to change it up, I think. Let's get into the formation map. So P11, don't think we can get the start. Carlos is starting on the softs, which I don't know how he's managed to get to go. As everybody goes away, as the lights go out, Bottas is on pole. He hasn't really had that forward real life, but definitely. I think Helmut Marko said Ricardo will get out of Red Bull, so it could be that Bottas or Ricardo, where it will be either Ferrari or Mercedes for 20 minutes. Many like to be interesting in terms of the drive mark. We come back now to people. This is. I have to wait for the last lap, which is Lance Stroll. So the 18-year-old has a penalty. When you have a Formula 1 driver that's younger than you, it's hard to imagine that you have to work with today's people. But we get ready, bright red lights. Go, go, go! Hit the tyres, smoke, signs. Massa gets absolutely storming start, as does Hulkenberg. So we go down to turn. We get Perez turns into our heart. Yeah, no choice, but fortunately, we're going to have to look down the inside and try and get it back down to turn 3 to 2. Get Perez and Max. Perez has now dropped away. He's got rim damage from the Massa is still there, rooting out the 3. Not really making any impact on our team. That's why I want to drop the AI level down by 1.29, which is expert versus master. This is level 1992 as the British, but I think it's struggled so much. I'm still using the same engine from the British World 3. I think we've definitely got enough engines to last the rest of the season. But, in a lap, I think it's the end of the freeway. Vettel was coming a very early pit stop on the super soft. He's going on to some softs. Whether he's going to go to a 2-stop strategy, as in do super softs, soft, super softs, I don't know. But the following lap, lap 5, Massa gets some DRS and he tries to go around the inside, but give him the squeeze. I love this Photoshop. Here we are, we keep it. We're up to that 5 and starts the pit stop, and then pit stop. Lewis Hamilton's already made his pit stop and out ahead of us. He's gone on to the softs. I think Mercedes are definitely over the Ferrari to catch up. It's coming to the pit to the end of late. I think Massa is coming in with it. don't want to be held up again like we were. We were held up again in the previous race, or we get held up. We've been held again. I think Hulkenberg coming in, that's given Massa the jump on us, and that possibly cost us a point here today. It's that close. That is just unfortunate. Obviously we get the pit stops. Definitely Massa he went off here. Moving to lap 10 now. It is Grosjean who's come out ahead of Hulkenberg. He has got some DRS. But doesn't manage to make a mistake of Hulkenberg. Is still with us and cutting to lap 11 now. Sorry, into lap 11. Going into lap 12. It is pretty much the same again. Just trying to keep it in which needs. Obviously, I'm going to mess up a little bit extra. I didn't mean to press my box just like the full race update, but it didn't about the jet again. There seems to be an issue with that next DVR. But here is Marcus Ericsson's car pulled up to the left, and my number is we have lost the so I'll be able to tell you at the end of the race. So it's somebody that's behind us. It's unfortunate. We really need somebody ahead of us to get the points. We are indeed up to make their stops. Super stops. Coming on to lap 13 now. And Grosjean and Hulkenberg have gone into the pit to make the second stop. Which I don't know what they were planning to do. The virtual safety car left, but they've lost out here. That gives P12 to Julian Palmer. Doesn't really deserve it. So we go wide. Lap 15 now. And Palmer is so closely clearly driver to our and Daniel Ricciardo. But there we go. Got our wish. And person out of the race. And there's the smoke pouring out the side of the engine. And he has to stop. It's really, I suppose, huge there. Fully has to just stay out here honestly and not actually go and help him again. It's right with us. And, like I said, I would be open to move to rent a car this year. I've already driven off and there is kind of parts of the contract so close to it, but I wouldn't want to. That puts us inside the points. This is Pascal Wehrlein. Apparently has a problem. Jeff comes over and says, "Oh, Wehrlein's got a problem," but Hulkenberg is actually right behind Wehrlein. It's interesting. This is our teammate, Carlos Sainz, just a lap later. You can see he's got picked up a puncher, which is so unfortunate because Carlos is doing so well. That's going to be another position for us. Catching up to Carlos. We overtake him. It's a shame because he's going to get points here. And you can see there that Sergio Perez, that he has momentum as well. So those two, and Perez has a problem to don't know how to make contact with Carlos as Carlos is slow to the pits. That is going to move us up to P5, and it's going to give a point to Julian Palmer as we come up to check his way.
Victory for the
It's
Silver
P9.
Arrows.
We don't deserve it, but
Anthony, what do you
it's
think made
2
the
points.
difference here?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
So yes, Bottas won again. One from pole, doing the one stop. Raikkonen, Vettel did the two stop, which dropped him down to P5. Magnussen did the one stop from 10th place, and he finished 6th. So very good race for Magnussen in the Haas, especially that car really not performing that well. And yet Haas right there in the midfield. Obviously P9. Obviously it's unfortunate, but we need to be where Carlos is, and we're going to notch it down just by one for the next race, just so we can crack on with this career mode and get offers in up to promoted to first driver, and then carry on and get. Obviously, if we ended up in a Mercedes, Ferrari, or Red Bull, we would up the AI difficulty. Once we would just to make it a tougher challenge, but when we're in the midfield teams, it's not really worth it. We maintain P8, so Massa is now up to P9. Carlos without scoring, but there's a big gap between him and Palmer, who now moves up to 15th place ahead of Alonso. And in terms of constructors, we remain in P5, handing on with Force Indian. So yes, get 138. Now have 138 resource points. We are going to try and build up some Sashi. We are losing the rivalry to Ocon, but again a big chunk in reputation level with Renault, which is what, as I said, I would consider joining them. McLaren and Sauber. Williams possibly not, because Massa isn't. Because I want to have a teammate that can push me, like Carlos is doing some of these races.
Hey, it's me. I just came from a meeting with the department heads. Your performance came up and they're very pleased so far. Well done.
So yes, it has definitely been a series of fortunate events to give us 2 points. Here's a team update from the agents. So we had that voice mail from the previous before, I think it was Austria, when we were P5. Obviously Austria didn't get made to the channel because the Xbox update deleted all the DVR. Yes, I've got a little treat for you guys in store for the next race. You can see there that some of the engine parts are red, and we're going to see if we can blow up our engine basically in practice for the next race. So we're definitely going to do that, and we may see what we can blow up and then carry on. So yes, that is coming to 6 laps. We'll be able to see what we can do. The engine's got 2 races left, and I think the gearbox wear is definitely helping the production and wear. We should definitely be able to finish those 6 races without tending anything. We're close to Renault. I might think about some NGUK wear, but definitely Sashi is the way I want to go for the future. That has been it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see more F1 2017 career mode videos. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Until the next video episode, which will be 50% race around Belgium, I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Take care.